In 1981, the 10-cent coin of South Africa carried with it not just monetary value but also a glimpse into the nation's cultural and historical identity. Minted in bronze and measuring a modest 19 millimeters in diameter, the coin was small but rich in detail. On the obverse, the South African coat of arms was proudly displayed, symbolizing unity and heritage during a period of change in the country's history. The reverse featured the iconic arum lily, a flower admired for its elegance and simplicity, chosen to represent the beauty of the land and its natural treasures. For everyday people, this coin was part of daily transactions, used to buy small necessities, slipped into coin purses, and passed from hand to hand in busy markets. Though its face value was just 10 cents, it carried with it stories of ordinary life in South Africa during the early 1980s. Today, however, the coin's role has shifted from common circulation to collectible status. Collectors often search for well-preserved examples of the 1981 10-cent coin, especially those in uncirculated or proof condition. While circulated coins are usually worth only a few rand to collectors, pristine specimens can fetch higher prices, often between $1 and $5 internationally, depending on condition and rarity. In some cases, coins with errors, misstrikes, or exceptionally high-grade certification can be worth more, making them highly desirable among numismatists. The true value of the 1981 10-cent coin lies not only in money but also in history. It serves as a reminder of a time when coins were crafted with both function and artistry in mind. For anyone who finds one today tucked away in an old drawer, it is more than just an outdated piece of change. It is a link to South Africa's past, a small but meaningful treasure that connects us to a different era. Over the years, the 1981 10-cent coin has become a fascinating piece for collectors because it reflects a transitional period in South Africa's numismatic history. By the early 1980s, coins were still crafted with strong bronze compositions, unlike later issues where metal content and designs shifted to suit modern minting needs. This makes the 1981 issue more authentic to its era, a true reminder of how coins were once minted with durability and artistic touch. For historians and collectors alike, this coin carries significance beyond its face value. The arum lily design, elegant yet simple, ties back to South Africa's rich biodiversity and the pride taken in showcasing native flora on everyday currency. At the same time, the coat of arms on the obverse reflects a political chapter that is now part of the country's complex past, marking the coin as not just money but also as a cultural artifact. In terms of market value, circulated examples of the 1981 10-cent coin are often common, making them accessible to beginner collectors. However, the real prize lies in coins that have been kept untouched for decades, brilliant uncirculated pieces or proof versions that shine as if they just left the mint. Such coins may command higher prices from collectors and can sometimes surprise their owners with values beyond what they initially expected. While most are modestly priced, it is not unusual to see high-grade examples fetching between $10 and $20 in specialized auctions. Rare varieties or mint errors from this year are even more valuable, as they are much harder to come by. Ultimately, the 1981 10-cent coin is more than just a piece of currency. It is a reminder of everyday life, of change, and of the artistry of coinage. For those who stumble across it in their collections, it is worth holding on to not only for its potential value but also for the story it tells of South Africa's history and heritage. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that once slipped quietly through countless transactions in the markets and shops of South Africa. A small bronze disc, no larger than a fingertip, yet carrying the weight of a nation's story. The 1981 10-cent coin may appear ordinary at first glance, but when you look closer, its details speak volumes. On one side, the proud South African coat of arms stares back, a symbol of authority and heritage. On the other, the graceful arum lily blooms, a flower chosen not just for its beauty, but for what it represents: resilience, purity, and the enduring strength of the land itself. These two sides together capture both the struggles and the pride of a nation moving through its history. Back then, this coin could buy you small things, perhaps a piece of fruit from a street vendor, or a sweet for a child. It jingled in the pockets of workers, mothers, and students, passing silently from hand to hand, from town to town. But today, decades later, its purpose has shifted. No longer used in shops, it has found new life as a collectible, a piece of history that enthusiasts search for with passion. Now comes the question that stirs every collector's curiosity: what is it worth? For a well-worn coin, the value may be modest, just a few rand or a couple of dollars. Yet if you are lucky enough to find one untouched by time, gleaming as if fresh from the mint, the story changes. Such coins can fetch $10, even $20 in auctions, sometimes more if they carry rare minting errors or have been certified in top grades. In those cases, the coin transforms from a common piece of change into a miniature treasure. But beyond money, the 1981 10-cent coin holds something more valuable: memory. It is a time capsule, a piece of the past that whispers of markets, families, and voices long gone. To hold it is to feel the passage of time, to connect with an era when life was simpler, and every coin carried not just value, but meaning. So the next time you stumble upon this little bronze piece, don't dismiss it as just another old coin. Take a closer look. You may just be holding a fragment of South Africa's story, a treasure hidden in plain sight. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the year 1981. Life in South Africa was very different back then. Streets were busy, markets were alive with chatter, and coins like the 10 cents were part of every daily transaction. Most people never stopped to look at them closely. To many, they were just pocket change. But to us today, they are silent witnesses to history. The bronze surface of the coin carries a warm, almost timeless glow. The arum lily, etched with delicate precision, stands proud on the reverse. It is more than a flower. It is a symbol chosen to represent the land's resilience, its quiet strength, its natural beauty. Flip it over, and you see the coat of arms. Every line, every detail was placed there to tell the world who South Africa was at that moment in time. Decades have passed since these coins last clinked together in a shopkeeper's till. Most have been lost, melted down, or simply forgotten in drawers and boxes. But when one reappears, even after 40 years, it feels like a voice calling from the past. And here's where the story takes a turn, because not all 10-cent coins are equal. A coin worn down by time, with scratches and marks from circulation, may only be worth a small amount, a reminder of its humble past. But imagine finding one in pristine condition, as if untouched by human hands. Collectors around the world will pay far more for such a discovery. $10, $15, even $20 or more in the right market. And if your coin has a rare error, an off-center strike, a double impression, or a flaw that slipped through the mint,